So EA has introduced a brand new swap system and it's pretty confusing. So in today's video, we're going to be walking you guys through how it works, how you get the tokens, and yeah, how you're going to be able to go and spend them. On top of that, we will be talking about everything that's come in the last 24 hours, and it's Black Friday, so a lot has come in the last 24 hours. But before we do go and start the video, if you guys are interested, I do offer a daily subscriber trading service over on Twitch, and you can get it for free with Amazon Prime. All you gotta do is go and click on the top link in the description and subscribe over on Twitch. It is free with Amazon Prime. If not, it's £5, €5 or $6 a month, and in there you will get yourself daily updated investing guides. You'll also get yourself daily updated trading guides with obviously brand new investments all day, every day. A recent investment we recommended Van Dijk yesterday at 105, and even on Wednesday, I think before he went out of packs, we recommended him at 120. Well, since he's got himself up to 140k and will continue rising out of pack. Yapping, let's get underway with how the rival system works, because again, it's a little bit different to how EA's dropped tokens in the past. EA in the past has dropped tokens via sort of like, I guess, generic sort of objectives. They drop them via SBCs. But this year, they're dropping the vast majority of tokens in a completely different way. So, EA has told us that they are dropping 28 tokens over this season. So, how the vast majority of tokens are going to be dropped is going to be in this format here. Which is where you can unlock them via 3 different ways. Now, thanks to Kim Pembroke, he's a really nice guy. Met him a few times, and yeah, he's made himself a really nice graphic here. So if you guys do need stuff like this, he's very useful. It is Ken Pembroke over on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and I'm sure he's on every social media. He's one of those guys who's just on every social media. I could never. So the first way of getting tokens is by getting wins in FUT champs. There are 4 FUT champs, meaning you can go and get yourself up to 12 token players, but remember there are 28 tokens up for grabs, so don't become too disheartened if you're like, well, I can't even go and get 8 wins in FUT champs. You know, you are going to be missing out on 8 tokens, but yeah, you know, as long as you go and get the div rivals, and as long as you go and get the squad battle ones and the other ones, then you'll be all good. So the first way of getting tokens is in FUT champs, and you'll get yourself 1 token if you get 4 to 8 wins, 2 tokens if you get 9 to 11 wins, and you'll get yourself 3 tokens if you get 13 to 15. Now the tokens this year are a little bit like, well, a little bit different to how we've had them in the past. The tokens this year are actually, like, can be up to decent players, which you can then go and trade them for these. So you could go and get yourself a 90 Olga Carmona and 90 Alistair, and if you want, you can just go and keep them because they're really nice cards. If not, you can go and put them in the exchanges. Now, the players that you get are random. It's like a, let's say, random campaign player pack thing, where, you know, if you go and get yourself 15 wins or 13 wins, you're going to get 3 of these players by random. If you go and get yourself 4 to 8 wins, you're going to get yourself 1 of these players at random. Now, I don't believe the packs have actually come out yet, but I do believe they're individuals. So, for example, you could open 1 pack, go and get yourself Duffy, open another pack, go and get Duffy, and open another pack, go and get Duffy. But it doesn't matter because the exchange SBCs is only 1 player per segment, so I wouldn't worry about it. So yeah, the first way of getting tokens, or up to 12 tokens, in the next 4 weeks is via FUT champs. The second way is via getting div rivals, and it's a little bit more awkward. So you will get yourself 1 token if you're in Division 3 to the Elite Division, and you go and get yourself 15 points. So that means if you're in Division 4 or below, you will not get any tokens for getting 15 points. But if you can go and get yourself, now he's put 45 here, but he's corrected himself saying 35. But if you're going to get yourself 35 points, you're in Division 10 to Division 4, you'll get yourself 1 token. Or if you're in Division 3 to Elite, you'll go and get yourself 2 tokens. So again, it's capped at 1 player if you're Division 4 or below, and you have to get 35 points. But if you're in Division 3 or above, you can go and get yourself 2 tokens, but you do have to go and get yourself 35 points in Elite, Div 3 to Elite Div, which is, well, I mean, it's quite an ask. Bear in mind, obviously everyone's been reset divisions, and those are the set of players. Now, I'm not going to lie, I do think the champs players are the best, but I do think that is fair. Or actually, squad battles arguably is very good, but there's your players, and it's the exact same concept. You're going to get yourself sort of packs with the, well, you're going to get yourself, you know, a mastery token pack, and you'll get one of these people at random. And the third way how you can go and get yourself tokens is via squad battles. Yay. And it's really annoying because the squad battle players, I would argue, are probably better than the division rival players. But There are the players there, and how you go and get yourself tokens is if you get Silver 1 to Elite 3, you get 1 token, and if you get yourself Elite 3 to Top 200, you can go and get yourself 2 tokens, and that's every single week between now and the end of the season. So yeah, really nice LaCroix there with 91 pace, 84 physical, and 85 defending. Presumably, also, they gave him loads of playstars. That's one of the problems he's had in the past, a lack of playstars. And a really nice Nathan Teller there. So it's interesting, because I do think the squad battles and the champs players are the best. So Div Rival has been neglected. So that's the first way of getting tokens. And I mean, that is where the vast majority of tokens are coming. What is it? 28 tokens. So there's going to be 15 coming from there. There's going to be another... Is it 15 coming from there? Sorry, 12 coming from there. There's going to be another 8 coming from there. And there's going to be another 8 coming from there. Sorry, it's 28 tokens and additional ones. So here is where they talk about there being additional ones. That will be inevitably store packs. They say a maximum of 28 mode mastery items will be earnable in Division in Season 3, with an additional squad battles, champions, and rival mastery player item made available in the FUT store in the final week of the season. So basically, the players that you've unlocked all week, you'll be able to get 3 more, so I guess up to 31 tokens in total via buying 3 at the end of the month. Are they going to be 50k? Are they going to be 100k? Are they going to be 200k a piece? We don't know. Obviously, the rewards are very big, so EA might hard push. EA might hard push and make it very expensive. So just understand there aren't actually any available via SBCs, and it's just you got the 28 in those, and then gets you up to 31 with the 3 that are in store. Nice little pay to win aspect. Couldn't be EA without a little bit of pay to win. So that's how it works. Again, you got to the end of the season to go and earn the players. You got to the end of the season to go and get them. There's not going to be any in objectives. There's not going to be any in SBCs by the looks of things. It is literally just vast majority in the mode mastery and 3 available in the store. So let's go and talk about everything that's come in the last 24 hours, because the market has been insane. The first thing, and what I nearly made the topic of the video about, is we are going to be getting ourselves Cruyff and Vinicius Jr. today. The 2 biggest SBCs we've had this year are coming today, although I'm not quite sure what they're going to be doing with that Cruyff, I'll be completely honest with you, in terms of how expensive he'll be. But Vinicius Jr. is coming today at 5 PM. He's favoured to come in around about 1.5 million. I do have videos where I've talked specifically about Cruyff and Vinicius Jr., so that's why I didn't want to go and repeat too much. But yeah, some big SBCs coming. They could rise high-rated fodder, they could rise high-rated informs. I don't really back it. High-rated fodder and high-rated informs did not do well last year, and EA's put in so many precautions to stop high-rated informs doing well. And yeah, if high-rated fodder didn't do well last year, then I don't really back it for this year. Regarding stuff following last year's trends, even when it's needed, we only got ourselves a 14x82 pack. This is a little bit like the 10x83 pack. Last year, they dropped a 10x83 pack, repeatable 3 times a day, every single day of the week, which you could repeat every single day of the week, and informs and fodder just didn't rise. Well, we can see right here the same sort of thing this year. We can see that 83s before the SBC was out was 1k. 83s after the SBC out, they're literally down. We can see the discards in the weeks before the SBC was out, only yesterday, were about 12.5. You can see with the SBC coming out, they went up to 14, but now, sorry, 13.5, but now they're back down to 13.5. So again, I don't expect any movement on team weeks or discard informs through the week. When I got myself a player SBC of the likes of Casemiro, let's have a quick little look at this guy's card if we can get away with the links. Playstyles coming in with long ball pass, which is highly desirable. It's got intercept, block, and press proven, which can all be quite desirable centre mid playstyles. Rolls, he's coming in with a holding, which is plus, which I don't think is the most desirable. Box plus, a little bit more. Maybe not so much with that shooting, but yeah, CDM and centre mid playstyles. Stats wise, obviously 80 pace, 83 passing, 78 dribbling, 88 defending, and 89 physicality. He's coming in a bit of a brute. His dribbling's a bit questionable for a centre mid. Especially if he's going to be carrying up the pitch with 68 agility and 71 balance. I feel like even centre-backs are laughing at that. So, yeah, not the greatest to have in the midfield. He was also coming at 240k, so I don't think he's too well demanded. Interesting enough, the market was rising yesterday anyway. Again, we'll be covering this a little bit later in the video. But he didn't really do too much to link investments. I do think these might have played yesterday. But yeah, we can see he didn't really rise after the SBC came out. Gabriel, I will be honest with you, was rising going into 6 PM, so it was 220k before he came out. He then rose up there to 230, and he's back down to about 220 now, so I don't really take that as much of a rise. Again, Diego Delo, before he came out, was about 180. He is actually up to 221, although I do believe he does go and fit one of the new Evos, so I think because he fits one of the new Evos, that's potentially made him rarer rather than the Casemiro. Talking about the market rising, yep, we were saying at the beginning of the video that Van Dijk's up nicely. Now, Van Dijk is out of packs from getting a road to knockout stage. We talked in the previous video. We knew he'd be going out of packs before it was even leaked, just via using who had price range updates the day before. Well, he's done 105 up to 140 and should keep on rising through the week. We need to also see Valverde did 180 and he went up to 212. Back down to 205, but he should continue rising through the week. Just a few other cards I was checking out. We can see that they had really nice rises with Div Rivals going from 188 to 232. A bit of a card might be comparable for Casemiro, but he wasn't really too affected. Maybe dropped in the panic selling, but he's back up now. Other cards, Rafinha, who's a card we recommended yesterday at 100k, and he rebounded all the way up to, what was he? I think we recommended selling him here because of the Flash SBC that could have come out. So people made about 20k per Rafinha they bought within 24 hours. He is up in price now, but that's due to a lack of SBCs and lack of promo packs we've had in the last 24 hours. We can also see cards like Pulisic have had nice rebounds. And kind of across the board, the market did go and rise yesterday. And that's because people were just building their weekly teams. I think the market can continue to rise now, going into probably midday on the Friday, but then it'll crash down to the expected times. Again, we do have a YouTube video talking about when to buy absolutely everything going into Black Friday. If that's Thunderstrucks, Pro Live cards, currency in the week's impacts, cards that aren't impacts, cards that are over 700k, cards that are under 500k, loads in different segments. So do go and check out that video, is where I do redirect anyone who asks me any questions about when to buy stuff, because, you know, if you want to go and buy stuff for your team, there can be 101 different sort of buy times on there. The Evos got yesterday, so it's interesting enough because one of the private leakers one of the leakers put in their private Discord that they recommend to sell everything, including cards out of packs. And we were there like, why is this? You know, nothing's lead, nothing's in the pack code, nothing's, you know, is it going to be 50k preview packs? That's crashed absolutely everything in the market. Is it going to be an unlimited repeatable icon SBC? And, you know, none of that came out, and we feel like this sort of Flash Evo is what's it called? Is what kind of everyone was, or what they recommended panic selling about. They did go and create some monstrous cards, but it didn't really crash the market like they anticipated. So I'd say the leakers these private leaker discords are great for having information and recommending cards that can be used for Evos, but I wouldn't always say they can read the market the best. Again, inside information, brilliant. Market calls, they can sometimes be questionable unless they are market calls related to them having a monopoly of information. Well, yeah, so we saw some really nice cards and we saw some decent rises. We also saw some weird things like Mustovi, where Mustovi went up a little bit yesterday, but it wasn't until 5 AM. Obviously, 5 AM UK time is the time when the market is waking up. Wow. And we can see it went from 21k to extinct at 35 because he goes and fits this Evo. I don't think he looks too insane. I can't lie. I'm not quite sure where the hype is there. Sissoko, yep, goes and fits 2 more Evos. So if you missed out on the first Sissoko, here's another one. I don't think it is quite as desirable as the Sissoko Evo we had previously, but you know, I guess it lets people do that. Nico Williams, yeah, jokes on you if you went and completed this Evo or this SBC, because there is now a free Evo costing 15k, creating a monstrous card, and it has as a result made Nico Williams extinct. Cristiano Ronaldo, again, creating a very nice card, although you're more opting in for pace over shooting and dribbling, which is seen on his rush card. But yeah, creating a monstrous card for the likes of, what are we looking at? Looking at, well, 15k if you can snipe him. Ferland Mendy fitting 2 of the brand new Evos. Receiving a shooting and passing boost, although I can't say that's most desirable on the likes of Mendy, but you know, I guess the passing doesn't hurt. Rafael Leao went and fit a very, very nice Evo, and he's out of packs. This is going to be a very interesting card through the week. Again, he was, I think, privately leaked to come out. Like, before the Evo even came out, he was up around about 40k, so you can just see. Yeah, crazy. And then they went up there to 216. He initially got pumped up, I think, to about 260, and then crashed back down again due to, you know, the pump and dump. But nonetheless, creates a very, very nice card. I mean, you compare it to the likes of the Centurions, and the Centurions barely looks value for money. In fact, That with the Centurions being put back in packs yesterday, when it crashed it from what, 1.1 million down now to 800k. So yeah, we've seen some pretty big drops on the likes of promo cards who've been replaced by these. Gold Dembele, of course, kind of getting the stats where he's always missed them. I don't know if this Inform one fits the Evo, does it not? No, the Inform one doesn't. So I imagine the Inform one would have gone down. Well, again, the base one goes and fits the Evo, so it goes and gives him a plus 11 shooting. This was one of the more insane ones. Adeyemi. Adeyemi is obviously, he runs down the wing, he can dribble, but he doesn't really have the rest of the stats. Well, this card went and gave him 86 shooting and 86 passing, creating an absolutely monstrous Adeyemi. I'm not quite sure what the incentive of putting him in speed boost is, I can't lie. But nonetheless, yeah, the precision shooter and the pitch vision creating a very nice card. And as a result, we did see a nice rise on, I think, all the Adeyemi. I think base Adeyemi, Inform Adeyemi, and Trackstar Adeyemi did go and have nice rises. So yeah, again, these cards that are in packs that fit these Evos, I'm not quite sure if they will go down later in the week. I think as long as they aren't replaced by anything, I think the very mainstream cards that haven't been re-released in packs, I actually think can continue rising through the week. Although I don't really have them as my investment. The investment I fancy are Pro Live cards on Saturday, Thunderstrucks on Monday, Link investments to the well-demanded SBCs, also on the Monday, kind of the recommendations we have. We've got a few more leaks, so let's just go through them. Again, if you missed it, these are all the promo cards that have been re-released. We've got Van der Vens, Llorentes, Cy Emery's, Frimpongs, and the best time to go and buy these cards was on the Monday, if I'm not wrong. Thunderstrucks, again, best time to go and buy these cards is going to be on the Sunday. Some insane cards there. 99 pace Mbappe, an extremely nice Rashford there. Would have been nice if we got an 80 plus stat on all of the De Bruyne's, but all of De Bruyne's stats. But yeah, some really nice cards. And remember, these cards are live. Therefore, that Thunderstruck Rashford could end up at some insane prices. SBCs, new SBCs that were leaked were Cavani, although I did a bit of research and there's just no links to Cavani, so I'd be very surprised if there's any desire for this card. They can make him really good, I guess, and maybe you go and see some links rise on Uruguay, maybe see Arajejo go up, but yeah, that's about that. I think that goes and wraps it all up. Again, I am currently streaming a 0 to 2 million coins in 7-day Road to Glory, which will be uploaded as of the 5th of December, one episode every day. So if you guys are interested in that stream, make sure to jump on, make you guys some coins on Black Friday. But this is going to go and wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully it's helped you guys understand stuff, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.